With this apartment, you can see it's a big living room. 07s have balconies, rooftops. You can walk downstairs, jump on the Wi-Fi, hit the gym, not have any problem at all. You're looking to invest, I got deals for you. So what's up, guys? We're at Marshall Place. We're gonna go walk through unit 201, just became vacant. And then we're gonna go walk through 507, which has a balcony, and it's an Airbnb unit, and it's an upgraded unit. You're in the heart of Cleveland. I mean, we're right now in the Warehouse District. You have the Brown Stadium over there. You're right on the corner of West 9th and Lakeside. Constantino's Market. You're walking distance to the east bank of the Flats, where it's hustling and bustling, especially in the summertime. Then you walk right down here to West 6, and you have the bars, you have the clubs, you got the restaurants. And then just a little bit down that street is new headquarters of Sherwin-Williams skyscraper that's going to employ 3,000 employees. So I would say we're pretty much in the heart of Cleveland. Not to mention, we're attached to the Pinnacle, which is one of the most prominent places to live in downtown Cleveland, where it's known to have multiple athletes like the Cavs and Browns players that live in there. They used to have like purple carpet in here, yellow walls. It was dark, so there was no lights. There was like these little tiny lights. Nothing was illuminated. So we did every floor, we did all carpets, we did all the paint, we did all the lights. We upgraded pretty much everything in the commons. When I moved downtown, I was 21 years old. I lived in an apartment building just right across the street called the Crittenden Court. My first apartment, I paid $586 a month. And one of my friends that was doing very, very well lived around the corner, just down the street here. And I used to walk by this building every day, and I loved it. And plus you pass all the pizza shops, all the bars on the way. So it was a nice walk. And I would point at this building and think, I'm gonna buy this building someday. And then you wouldn't have thought, maybe 8 years go by, and then like my dream literally became like the real deal, and we bought the building. So we didn't just buy it, we literally updated the building, completely put it in an overhaul. We added a gym, dog wash station, penthouse suites. We have 5 Airbnbs in here. We have a lot across the street. So overall, I mean, we've done a ton of work. So if we want, we can pop downstairs. I'll show you everything down here. We were buying other stuff, and we had a property management company that was managing some of our properties before, and the owner of that management company actually owned the property. So we bought it from him, and he had other partners involved that they were, not breaking up from their partnership, and we ended up buying it. Down here's all been updated. Cardio room. What's nice is it's down here. There's not a lot of traffic. So if you're like in an apartment building, one of the things I can't stand about a lot of downtown apartment buildings, right when you walk in, you see the gym. Well, if you're like working out and people are coming in and out of like their apartments and going from outside, you don't really want to get looked at when you're sweating and you're kind of, busting your ass. So down here, you're private. There's not a lot of traffic. You have, we have bikes, treadmills, row machines with water in it, workout balls. So the cardio section's separate, and then we added the weight section over here as well. Every downtown building, when you search for an apartment, when you're looking at downtown stuff, you want to check the box, right? So if I'm looking for an apartment downtown, I'm looking for parking. I want to have a gym because downtown rents are usually a little bit higher. So if I could save money on not having to pay for a gym membership, that checks the box. If you have a dog grooming or wash station, that checks the box, because in an apartment, it's kind of hard if you take your dog to the park and you take them to the lake and they get dirty. Where are you going to wash them? Well, taking them to the groomer is not always an opportunity, so we have a wash station down here. So when we made the idea of putting the gym down here, it's checking a box, but also we want residents to feel like it's not just checking a box on a listing, but like they actually are going to utilize it. So we have workout benches. It's a full gym. We have dumbbells, you got the CrossFit ropes, you got pretty much everything you need down here. Kettlebells, everything that you need. When I'm downtown, I like working out here, because another thing that you're not gonna have is you're not gonna have the crowdedness that you get at like the 5 o'clock hour. This building only has 41 units, right? So if everybody in the entire building decided to work out at one time, there'd be 41 people in here. And I promise you, I come down here every other day, and there's maybe 1 or 2 other people here, max. It's never crowded. You never have to wait for dumbbells. You never have to wait for a treadmill. You can work out at any time of the day. You don't have to get out of your car, go to parking, drive. You simply just walk downstairs and hit the gym and walk right back up. And if you don't have a gym, that's just something that when people search online for an apartment, they have things that they click on, right? For example, you search for apartment, you want a 2-bedroom, you want a gym, you want parking. You could sort that like on apartments.com. So if you don't have your gym on your listing won't even show up for people that are gonna sort for that. So if your listing's not showing up and you're not, checking the box on these amenities, you're gonna have a vacancy problem here. So with us, it's not, again, just checking the box. I mean, the gym that we put in here, it's over like a $70,000 gym that we put in the basement down here, which was space that wasn't getting used. So now we just open up a space. Now it's usable space, it's an amenity, and it's also just a badass gym. And there's a value add mentality, but it's also just, we don't necessarily make like direct revenue from the gym. But what we do make is our occupancy is gonna stay high because it's an amenity that the guests or our residents are gonna be able to get that we wouldn't even be an option if we didn't have this gym, and that's what someone's looking for. So it's not like someone buzzes in the gym and we make $1. It's simply, we're not gonna lose $1 by not having a gym. The residential stuff, you're never putting a gym in a house, right? So what are your competitors doing? If you look around in the market, and even like blocks of downtown Cleveland have different amenities, right? So like this block is the warehouse district. The amenities that you're gonna get here are different than the people that are gonna want amenities on the east side, right? Or the East 9th district. So for me, I mean, there's a lot of benefits of having a gym, but it's not about just a gym. It's a dog the dog walk station, having parking. A lot of the buildings down here charge $200-300 a month just for parking. And it's down the street, 4 blocks away. With your groceries, ours is just simply right across the street. Now with the dog wash, to me, I don't even know if anyone really uses it, to be honest with you, but there is a lot of benefits of having it. I mean, our competitors had it, so it's something that we had to add, and it's nice to have. So you walk in here, you have simple spray off, the door slides out, you pull it up, you can wash your dog in here, dry them off. You could also, each unit has washers and dryers inside the unit, but if you take your dog to the park, and you're laying in the grass, your dog's all wet, muddy. Do you really want to wash that in your washer and dryer in your apartment? No. So we do have like other machines down here for bulk items, pet toys, all that stuff that can get washed on here. This is what actually adds value. It separates you from the rest. Is it a big investment? No, it's not, but it's simply a benefit to our residents. Again, if you have a dog, you live downtown, where are you gonna take it when it gets muddy? Simply right here, you wash your dog. It's value that our residents are gonna love. The unit that I'm gonna take you in, we have 2 units. This elevator had like warped wood in it. We put tile, updated it. It's actually, you would think it's, you just put tile in, no big deal, right? But one thing you learn when you buy an elevator, you buy a building like this, so you can't just throw anything into it. It throws the weight off. I found that out the hard way. So you can't just throw heavy tile, bunch of mortar down, add 30-40 pounds to the elevator, it'll throw it completely out of shaft. So if you're gonna renovate an elevator, make sure you talk to a professional before you just jump in and do it. Our parking lot is right there, so it's extremely close, just right across the street. So when you look out here, obviously you have the lake views, which is phenomenal. Then you have the Browns Stadium. So during Browns Day, game day, the vibe over here is just electric. I mean, people are walking around. It's like you're in one big party, but then out of Browns Day, this building is super quiet. It's boutique, it's calm, very professional, and it's definitely a nice place to live. All carpet squares put in here, lights. Oh, another thing that this property has as well is we updated the internet, so it's high-speed internet. So when we bought the property, it was right around tail end of COVID, but people are still working from home. So one thing that we knew with these units being pretty large units is we needed to make sure that we had high-speed internet to every single unit that could support, in an event that every single person that lived in this building was working from home, that it would be able to support it. All right, 507 Airbnb unit. So this one we updated. If you come on in here, you have normal bathroom, extra linen closet, laundry room, again bathroom there. All updated light fixtures. Bedroom in here. I'll probably turn these lights on. Make these a little brighter in here. There you go.
So how many Airbnbs are in the building?
We have 5. and they do very, very well. This unit is our 5th floor, number 507. Comes with 2 bedrooms. I'll take you out in the balcony in a minute. You come through here, it's open floor plan, nice large kitchen, updated countertops, backsplash, light fixtures. Then we also have, with Airbnb, we have fun stuff. We have the old Nintendo 64, foosball tables. I mean, who doesn't love foosball tables? And then again, you saw the view just a few minutes ago, but during game day, you could literally be watching the game and hearing the game live, right from your living room. We make all of the units right around this quality. We have some higher ones, we have some lower ones, but what's great about this unit specifically is we're given an opportunity for other local business owners. So this is an Airbnb. We own the property, we own the unit, we do Airbnb, but a third-party manager, a partner of ours, actually oversees all operations of the Airbnb, and for their business, they're able to make a management fee and build their business by simply managing our Airbnb. Okay, so for this deal, it's 41 units. We bought the property for $5.9 million, okay? So what we did to the property is we have put about $700,000 into the property in renovations. So we're gonna touch every unit. We already went through adding the gym, the dog wash stations, updating all the common areas, increasing the internet speed. All that total with the renovation is about $700,000. And then rents, when we bought this property, there was a range of rents, but the average rent was right around $1,200. Once we fully run the deal through the cycle, we're gonna be at $2,000 a month in rent. So we're talking almost $700-800 in rent increase from where the property was into where it's going to go. When you talk about valuation on that, you're increasing the projected value from buying this at, call it $145,000 a door to about $225,000 a door. So you're increasing the value significantly as well. So advice that I would give myself is keep dreaming. And anything that you really want to accomplish is 100% attainable. But if you don't dream it first, it will never become a reality. But more importantly, whatever you're dreaming, whatever your goals are, you have to talk about it. I used to say to my friends, I'm gonna buy this building someday. Well, now I was held accountable socially because I physically and emotionally described what I wanted to buy and what my goals were. So automatically I'm held accountable, and a couple years down the line, I'm the owner of this property, and it's a staple for our portfolio and a great asset for our company. Listen, if you're like me and you're looking to invest, you're an investor, simply you've been on the sidelines, afraid to kind of put your money to play, I got deals for you. And this deal is a home run, and we have many other deals in our pipeline. So simply just log into freelandwealthcall.com, sign up, talk to one of our associates and see if you can become one of our investors. Majority of the deal, but all of our investors got a nice return while their money is in play, and then they're going to get all their capital back once we do an exit or a refinance, and they're still going to retain the equity as well. We have another partner that's involved in this deal too, Glenn. So our company's made money, our investors made money, and of course the city's making money with us improving the property. There is probably 2 crews of about 5 each, so it's about 10 employees, a property manager, a maintenance technician, and then a district regional manager that oversees this. So on the day-to-day operations, about 4 people, 3 to 4 people, but on the renovation process, there's over 15 people that were in and out of the property over the last year and a half while we were renovating it. What's great about this property is we're not even remarkably high in rent. Like the average in downtown rents, like $2,600 a month, right? Our rent doesn't even need to be anywhere near that. There's rents, Ohio City, all the newer stuff's getting built. People are paying $4,000 for a 2-bedroom. Think about this. You move downtown, you have a gym, you have a dog wash station, you have 2 bedrooms, you have a balcony, you have great views. 07s have balconies, rooftops, or some kind of cool outdoor space. The 1 series, so 101, 201, 301, 401, 501, 601, have really big living rooms with massive windows. So we're gonna walk into that one. It's a unit that we upgraded, a tenant just moved out. So we gotta do a little bit of a cleaning. We're actually gonna see, I haven't walked in it since the tenant moved out. So we're gonna see what I'm gonna need to do. First floor, second floor, we're on the second floor, third floor, fifth floor. Every single floor, my buddy owns Big Picture Cleveland. So any of our properties that we buy or offices that we're remodeling, I hire him and he comes and puts some badass art up. So every floor has got a different vibe. One floor might be a Browns vibe. The next floor might be Cavs. Another floor is the Indians. So every floor has its different type of feel. And this is the industrial warehouse feel in this floor. Yeah, so this one actually was what we considered a make ready, okay? So when we bought this unit, this was the condition that it's been in. And we rented it out just as is. We haven't updated anything in this unit because it just would fly off because of the views. So you have a massive living room here. You have a dining room, living room, great views, big bedrooms. You walk in, you have a really good sized bedroom here. You have a nice walk-in closet, an ensuite, bathroom. I mean, it's move-in ready, and I mean, personally, can I update this? Yeah, and if I was to update it, I'm gonna update the cabinets, throw backsplash in, do some light fixtures, paint the walls, update the trim, put some LVP down here. But right now, I mean, I can put this right on the market for rent immediately. 2-bedroom right here on the second floor, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, with an elevated second floor. This is gonna rent out $1,900, $1,800, $1,900 a month. Big closet here, storage-wise. Well, that's actually the furnace. There's a closet over here. Storage here, laundry, closet, and another bathroom, another full bath. Another bedroom up here. It's not a small bedroom either, and another walk-in closet. So you gotta make sure, ever since COVID, that the buildings that we own are wired to have high-speed internet. So we always update the internet, we increase the internet speed. So, this building specifically, we increased all the internet in the building to high-speed internet in case there was an event that every one of the tenants stayed home and worked from home. We wanna make sure that it's efficient and quick. You can walk downstairs, jump on the Wi-Fi, hit the gym, and not have any problem at all. We also have Wi-Fi in the gym, in the hallway, so you never are gonna disconnect. Those big buildings over there, you have a lot of people in them. There's a lot of tenants. So anytime you're in the elevator or in the hallway, you're gonna see somebody, right? And sometimes you just don't wanna talk to people, you don't wanna see anybody where you live. Well, with our building, it's only 41 units, so I've said before, it's boutique. So you could walk in and out and not have to wait for an elevator. If you have your groceries, you're not gonna see someone in the hallway every single time you're here. You and I pretty much walked every floor and we haven't seen one person besides our property manager. And with people working from home, on Zoom calls, talking on the phone, you're never gonna have a problem where your roommate's gonna be too loud. Closing is in 60 days. So the downstroke's gonna be like $4 or $5 million. Again, what's great about this building is super unique. So this is one of the only buildings in downtown where you could have an apartment and your front door could be right off the sidewalk. So you don't have to go through the building, you don't have to jump on an elevator. You can literally just open your front door right to your apartment. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them right here, and I think 1 on the other side. So it's 5 ground floor apartments that you just walk in and walk out, and you never have to see anybody.